Thank everybody for tuning in. It's one of those things where I want to be able to tell you guys, don't forget about the young guys that we already have on defense. The Xavier Woods, the Chido Awuzies, the Kavon Frazier. He showed up a lot last year too, towards the end. And we know what Jordan Lewis can do as far as playing on the outside. We do know that he's small and he can probably these guys going to get better regardless. Those guys, don't worry about it, man. Even if we don't get Earl Thomas, I do know that there will be a luxury of us having the Earl Thomases of the world. It'll be a luxury of us having the Honey Badger. But don't sleep on our own guys. There could be a possibility that those guys can elevate and step themselves up during the offseason. We do know that they had a ton, and I mean a ton of information to obtain last year. And they was out there playing, thinking, we want these guys to play just flying out to the ball with instincts, and it can happen. We look back at film, we look back at study, we look back at a whole lot of things that's out there. And we can see the growth and the development that these guys are getting. But it's one of those things where we cannot start worrying too much about what's going on with the outside noise. We got the draft coming around. Derwin James can change and elevate this team tremendously. He can change the whole complexion of this team. So, it could be a possibility of that. So, although we all on Earl Thomas and we know for sure, the thing is with Earl Thomas, we can't rush perfection, basically. The Seattle Seahawks, he's not going to be there next year. And we'll be a monkey's uncle to get rid of a first round or a third round pick for somebody who's pretty much right at the latter part of their prime of their career. And trust me, Earl Thomas is a dog, is a beast. It's somebody that we've been preaching that we need to have on this team. But you shouldn't cut your legs out from under your feet just to get somebody and rushing through the process. My thing is, and I do hate to say the process, right? My thing is with this whole Earl Thomas situation is to just fall back. A lot of times during the draft, we do know that draft deadlines make deals. So when you get close to the draft time frame, hey, that second round pick, start looking sexier then, or that third round pick, if the Seattle Seahawks didn't get the player that they want, it'll start looking sexy then for them, So, and then think about this. They trying to get from under $10 million, right? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cheddar. They lost some players on their defensive side of the ball. So they're going to try to revamp that defense. And just like anybody who's selling, they're going to start off high with all these first and third round picks and all this stuff that just kind of seems like crazy for anybody to deal with. And we do know that Jerry Jones sometimes can get impatient, a la the Joey Galloway trade with the Seattle Seahawks, down the line, way back in the days, and then with the Detroit Lions with the Roy Williams, horrible trade, and some other stuff that they did too as well as far as trades. But don't rush to perfection. It will happen, just not the way we want it to happen. But think about it like wine. It takes time for wine to taste good, right? So that's how I'm thinking about this whole draft off-season process. I do know that we're not rumbling around and making moves. Hindsight 2020, it may be a good thing for us, because we do know that we just don't have the GM that's really out there burning the oil and watching these films like the other GMs or the younger GMs that are doing that, But Will McClay, he's probably our GM, not by title, but the papers say that Jerry Jones is our GM, and we know that Jerry Jones is not doing the sweat equity or the sweat stuff out there that the other GMs are doing. He's not going to be able to wheel and deal. He's a snake oil salesman. His job is to sell you the moon is made of cheese. Now, if you get out there and you realize the moon is a big rock, that's on you. But that's Jerry Jones. That's his philosophy. Now, as far as revenue and growth of the organization, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. That's what Jerry Jones do. But we cannot, and I'm telling you, we cannot rush this thing. I have faith and hope in Will McClay. I think that Will McClay this year is really going to get things going. I do know that we back and forward a lot with these fan base, far as news reporting, far as information being out there that's just not factual. But don't get all in a frenzy about that, News is news is news. Normally when I'm looking at news, I look at Mike Fisher. Fisher, he's gonna be pretty much either close to the marker or damn near right on the money. He's even better than the other young lady that's out there. I forgot her name, but you guys know she's on the her name is at the tip of my tongue. But Mike Fisher is the go-to point guy. There's going to be a lot of people out there from the ESPNs of the world and the NFL Network. Yeah, Slater, that's her name, Jane Slater. We all know that Jane Slater, sometimes she would report information out there and she would say, well, the Cowboys are not interested at all in this player. Then 5 minutes later, Cowboys are interested. But if you follow Mike Fisher, normally he's like 90-ish% of the chances right. He's an inside plug for a lot of stuff. So salute to Mike Fisher out there who will deliver the news out there accurately. Now, Brian Broaddus, come on now. And Brian Broaddus, he's cool. I love Brian Broaddus, but he's not a Mike Fisher. And then, the other guys from other outlets and stuff like that, it's all national media stuff, so it's all going to be pumped up and hyped up and bloviated and stuff like that. So we understand that. So what I'm saying is, if you got information on the Cowboys and if you don't know whether or not it's accurate enough, just check and verify with Mike. 9 times out of 10, if he's off, is that 1% chance or that 2% chance. But outside of that, guys, look, let's just stay focused. Let's stay positive. I can't wait to see you guys during the draft. It's going to be me, my guy, Vach Lombardi out there, my guy, Mark Holmes. Hopefully I get a chance to get some Joe Boo wings too as well. Joe Boo, I can't wait to meet Joe Boo. Cowboys Nation TV, a whole slew of people that's going to be out there. I think my guy Joe Rod, he's going to be there too as well. I don't know for sure, but the whole panel from the Dallas Prospect going to be there too as well. My guy from Silver and Blue Nation, Big Game James, producer G. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it, but we're going to have this thing 100. It's going to be lit. It's going to be live. It's going to be ready. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Cowboys Nation, stand up, rise up. Hey, those haters, those Eagles guys, salute to you guys too as well. I'm going to eat crow all this year. My brother's a diehard Eagles fan. Shout out to him. I know that he didn't fold up like a weak tent or anything like that. He's been supporting the Eagles even when they had Cunningham out there throwing the ball. You guys know how that goes way back. But we're going to get this thing going. It's just what it is, baby. It's the flavor of the month. We can't wait for this March Madness to get out the way so we really know it's getting closer to football. Hey, if you guys have your brackets down below, post them. If you have your Final Four, post that down below too as well. Who you guys going for? Let me know. I know I haven't been following basketball for a long time, but you guys know, who's going to win it all. You guys know more than I do on that aspect of it. But neither here nor there, that's been my time. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.